fundraiser and fun. I have two ladies, one on each side of me, that are going to go through some of the details of who we are and what we're going to do tonight. But I'm so happy to see everyone, and we're going to have a great time with our beverage and our food. So welcome, and thanks to everyone who's here helping us out. It's going to be a great evening. So I'm going to turn it over to Lori, who is our Executive Director of Gary Literacy.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
As Shelley said, I am so appreciative that you all come out to support the Gary Literacy Coalition. Of course, without supporters like you, we couldn't do what we need to do, and that's making Gary and surrounding areas a reading city, getting books into the hands of the citizens, because that's what makes our society strong. So everyone who came here know that every part of what you've done goes back into the city, goes back into literacy. So I thank you all for being literacy ambassadors. As we said before, proceeds from this event will support us, and everyone gets to take home a book this evening. The wonderful food that is here tonight comes directly from recipes out of that book. So if you like something, then you can go home and you can make it yourself. I'd like to introduce to you now our board treasurer, Lauren, who is also the chair of this wonderful event.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. Yes, this actually birthed out of Lori bringing the book to one of our book giveaways. So I just thought it'd be a really great idea to get our community and our supporters together. Who doesn't love a summer gathering, especially with this great weather? We're here in our beautiful city of Gary, so we're thrilled to have you all here tonight to celebrate. We want to give a special shout out to Chef Tim in the Art House for hosting us, so thank you so much. The food looks amazing. We also want to give a shout out to Dick and his team from Running Vines Vineyard out of Chesterton for bringing us our libations this evening. And then of course we can't forget DJ Dark Knight for giving us our entertainment, so thank you so much. On top of the delicious food and beverage you're going to have this evening, we are also doing a wine pool. Tickets are 1 for $1, 6 for $5, or 13 for $10. We're going to go ahead and do the pool at 6:10, and then you'll come up if we pull your number, and we'll give you a bag with a surprise with a great bottle of wine. Bottles go up to $30 in value, so just to give you guys an idea. And then really quickly, I'm just going to switch my hat here. I am also the community manager for Chase, and we are sponsoring this event today. So we just want to say that we are extremely proud. We're extremely proud to support the Gary Literacy Coalition, from everything from collaborating on financial literacy to giving our employees the opportunity to get into the schools and read to our youth here. It's very important to us. And also, Lori, thank you for coming out and making sure that we're getting books into the hands of our clients at our branches here in Gary. So thank you so much. We are extremely proud to be a supporter, and we look forward to continuing this partnership for many years to come. So thank you all, and have a fantastic evening. We hope you guys have so much fun. Thank you.
Good job. All right, you all can stay right where you are.
So you got the formal introduction, everybody. And now we're going to get some more personal interviews with my colleagues and my friends after one more announcement.
Excuse me. In our forgetfulness, we forgot to acknowledge our board members that are here. So if you're a board member from the Gary Literacy Coalition, please stand. Mary Williams, our secretary, Dr. Manissa Baker, Reverend Robinson, our chaplain. Of course, you met Shelley Majors, the interim president. We have Lauren Lannis, who is our treasurer. Is that all our board members that are present right now? Okay. And we have in the house this evening the founder of the Gary Literacy Coalition, Dr. Steve Simpson. I believe in giving respect where respect is due. So also in the house is my predecessor, Mrs. Ira Twyman. Without her, a lot of this would not be possible. as well as our past board president, Mrs. Shirley Thomas. We have royalty in the house tonight. All right, now go and enjoy yourselves.
For real, for real,
For real.
for real.
Eat and drink, everybody.
All right, everybody, welcome to. I'm going to call this the first annual.
Yes.
I'm going to call this the first annual Gary Literacy Coalition wine tasting fundraiser. I'm here with our chairperson, Lauren Yanis, our executive director, and our board president. Come on over, ladies. So I know you all gave the formalities, but you know I have to get cozy with this. What a great venue. First and foremost, the Art House, the Social Kitchen is obviously the perfect backdrop to host a wine tasting and also to celebrate literacy. Lauren, since you are the chair, I'll start with you about what this means and how this all came about.
Great question. But this actually all came from a book that Lori was giving out to our community. So there were some really great recipes. And I said to Lori one day, I'm like, hey, we should get our community, our supporters together right here in our beautiful city of Gary. And let's showcase some of those great recipes. Who doesn't love to eat? I know I do.
Said nobody. We all love to eat, but I also love the fact that we're involving Gary folks in Chef Tim, and then Lori, you have your predecessors here. And your predecessors here as presidents, how much pressure is that, Lori?
Not a lot of pressure because they're a great support system. I know that I'm doing something right because they are here. So it's just, I don't know what you want to say. It's just kudos for me. It's just a blessing. So anytime that I can get Eric Twyman and Shirley Thomas and Dr. Simpson in the house and we are still going strong with Gary Literacy, that says a lot about the mission and what we're doing out there.
Indeed. And now, our interim president, Ms. Shelley, how have you adjusted to your role thus far, and what do you envision for Gary Literacy Coalition under your leadership?
Well, great question. Really, it takes the village, and so we are a team, and that's what makes us successful. Our hearts are in the right place in terms of wanting to make Gary a reading city, and we have all the support and all of the movement in the direction of fundraising to be able to support our programs. So
Absolutely.
it's awesome.
Awesome.
It's a
Well,
team.
it's great to see everybody here. Everybody's kind of like backing out because I know it's time for the wine.
It is.
There'll be no wine before it's time. No, I'm kidding. Thank you so much for this amazing event. I'm going to talk to some more guests. You all enjoy yourselves. But Lori, before I let you go, you got to tell people who aren't here how they can give, because you can always give.
Absolutely.
Take the mic. Go
I'm sorry. Absolutely. You can continue to give to the Gary Literacy Coalition 365 days out of the year. You can mail us a check at 650 Grand Street, Suite 8, Gary, Indiana, 46404. You can call our office at 219-885-2229, and you can visit our website at GaryLiteracyCoalition.org and hit our donate button.
Right. Now you know how to give. If you can't make it, just go ahead and hit that donate button. So I haven't had any wine, by the way, yet. The donate button. Ladies, thank you for all your wonderful work. And now I see some legacies. We're going to slide over. Come on over. Our past president, our founder. Oh, bring all the legacy in. Everybody. We're going to do all of us in one shot. Come on. I have gracing this scene of our CWIT session coverage today, Dr. Steve Simpson, my fellow Howard alumni. Let's start there. And also founder of the Gary Literacy Coalition, our past board president, Shirley Thomas, and our past executive director, my friend and my love, Ira Twyman. Dr. Simpson, when you see your vision continue to live on years beyond, how does that make you feel right now in this moment?
Very good. I'm looking forward to staying around another 20-some years.
I think more than that, Dr. Simpson, but okay.
Well, we have to fund it. We're going to have to get people to be willing to contribute to our success. And we'll have to support ourselves. We can't look for someone to come from the outside and do it for us.
That's right.
We have to do it from within. And there are enough of us who have skills and resources to continue to contribute. I'd like to just give a plug for our literacy camp We just had a literacy camp over at Williams School where we had literacy assistance for kids who had difficulty with reading. And it was a big success. They wanted us to come back during the school year. We said, no, these are volunteers.
Yes, yes. Well, that's what it's all about, and that's a great segue to you, Miss Shirley. Having been a past president, you know about the importance of volunteerism, the importance of donating, and even when you're not officially holding an office, you're still holding an office of advocacy. Talk about that, Miss Shirley.
Well, I was among those that Dr. Simpson called early on as a group to explain his vision, and from that point on, I was on the board for over 22 years, and during that interim of time, Ira Twyman and I, we worked very closely together, and she had such great innovative ideas, and she's so lovely to work with, and our board was very supportive. But as Dr. Simpson just explained, there was always the question, we need money.
And we still do.
We still need it. We need the money, we need the support, and I'm just happy to be here today.
I'm happy
It's
to
a
see
blessing.
you. Yes.
Blessing to still
Well,
be around.
long live literacy and
Thank you.
keeping Gary a reading city. I'm going to
Thank
ask you to
you.
trade places with your
Sure.
beautiful colleague so I can get my hug in. Hey, Miss Ira.
Miss Chelsea.
When you think reading in the city of Gary, you can't help but to add to the sentence, Mrs. Ira Twyman. And so you finally handed over the reins. We didn't believe you were going to do it. We didn't want you to do it, but you did it, and we're still here. So what are your thoughts on that, Miss Ira?
Well, you know, there are seasons. And so certainly for almost 20 years, I gave my all to the Gary Literacy
Yes,
Coalition
you did.
because I know as an educator how important it is to be literate. And so I felt good, you know when it's time to leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
And,
everybody doesn't.
We handed
And we'll say that for another show.
And so I know that Lori Kirkendall was well able to pick up the torch and carry it. And she's doing a great job. I support GLC at every opportunity, and I encourage everyone to keep supporting this organization because we know in Gary especially that we need to improve our literacy rates. And so I say we want to it's all of our responsibility.
That's right.
To
That's right.
keep literacy going and to support the Gary Literacy Coalition.
Well, I'm from the old school about just respecting my elders. And back when you all were getting started and you told us we needed to get involved, I just got involved and said, yes, ma'am. So I'm still here.
I can say, Chelsea, that you were on the very ground floor.
Yes.
You were there, and I'm happy to see that you're still there.
And I'm not going anywhere. I love you. I love you, Miss Shirley. Love you, Miss Ira. Now go get some wine, and I'll join you in a minute. We're broadcasting live at the Art House, a social kitchen. I'm Chelsea Whittington, and the room is filling up. It's the first annual wine tasting fundraiser. We got some live interviews. We've got folks coming in. We see teachers, administrators, and we're moving the cameras. I like this camera work so you can see the backdrop behind me of guests coming in. 411 East 5th Avenue. Art House, a social kitchen, and you can still pay at the door. It's a mere donation of $50, and it goes toward the administrative costs, the purchase of books. And one thing that we didn't talk about with Lori, our executive director, is that we do not accept used books. I know that some people like to purge and do gently used books, but all books that are given out to the youth and adults throughout the city are brand new. And so that's why we need you giving to the Gary Literacy Coalition. We're here tonight till 7 o'clock. Shout out again to Chef Tim. Chef Tim is providing a delectable backdrop. And then we have our vineyard out of Chesterton, Indiana. So we'll be doing wine tasting, and we'll also have some raffles and all types of excitement, all in the name of making Gary a reading city. I'm trying to look around to see who I want to talk to, Perhaps Pastor Dwight Gardner may want to come over and talk to us about the importance of literacy. I also see our president of the Gary Teachers Union, ATF, Federal Teachers Union, AFT, Gleneva Dunham. And so Amber's gone to go grab them to see if they want to have a word about literacy. But in the meantime, I just want to encourage you to go on the website, follow the Gary Literacy Coalition on Facebook, and make a donation. There's a donate button on the website as well as on their Facebook page where you can make a difference. As we know that reading is the foundation for everything that we want to do, whether it's become a doctor or a public relations consultant or a lawyer or a teacher. It all starts with reading. And what Lori, if she were on camera, would tell you is that reading is basic for our seniors as well when it comes to reading prescriptions and taking medicine and just having the right information. Being able to read is fundamental indeed. We're here at the Art House, 411 East 5th Avenue, right across the street from the Railcat Stadium in beautiful downtown Gary, Indiana. I hear his voice, one of my favorite voices. It's none other than the Pastor Dwight Gardner of the Trinity Baptist Church here in Gary, always supporting the community and of course supporting literacy because you love young people.
Absolutely.
And you love any program that supports young people and the community. So I asked Amber to come get you so you could just give us a word about the importance of supporting organizations such as Gary Literacy.
Well, the Gary Literacy Coalition is a marvelous institution in our city. It's all about books. It's all about reading. They make books available at no cost to our community and different organizations. And both the Trinity Baptist Church and the Tillman House, which is our after-school program, has benefited mightily from the Gary Literacy Coalition. At one point, I even served on the board of the Gary Literacy Coalition. So today's event was just an opportunity for Trinity Baptist Church to say thank you and Godspeed.
So I'll say thank you because everybody knows I go to Trinity too. So thank you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being here and for supporting the Gary Literacy Coalition.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love you, Pastor. Right. Again, we are here at the Winetasting Fundraiser, Gary Literacy Coalition, 411 East 5th Avenue. Why aren't you here? Why are you watching me? Come on down. Oh, you can't make it? That's okay. Click on that donate button. Go to the website or go to the Facebook page or send a check. Are you old school? Send a check. Drop it in the mail. I promise you they will cash it. If that's everybody. I know that I saw Mary Brown, our councilwoman from the 3rd District. But you know what? They're tasting wine. They're having great food. And I think you got the gist of our message. We want you to support the Gary Literacy Coalition so that Gary can become a reading city. I've been your host, Chelsea Whittington, representing Lori Kirkendall and the Gary Literacy Coalition. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.